Hello everybody, Ray here with a new and official Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet video, but also this is going to be the first episode of SBC HUB, which is something I've been planning for quite some time now. For the first segment of today's video, it's going to be Fatal Bullet, and we're going to talk about something that's been bothering me for quite some time now, which is survivability when it comes to level 300s in multiplayer. And for one, this particular subject has kind of bothered me for a while because I've been going into multiplayer quite often, getting the bounty up, and all the time I seem to find level 300s that have really bad defense and they die constantly, and I'm just like, yo, I can solo Banquet of Chaos 3 and get hit by 2 of the Manhunters back to back at the same time and still have enough health regeneration to keep me alive and enough defense to also keep me alive, so that way I can just shred right through them. That's what today's topic is. It's going to be better survivability, better defense, and it's going to help a lot of you new players out, as well as if you're someone who's returning to Fatal Bullet, or you're just someone who's listening in, you're kind of looking for a different way to go about things, then this video is for you. So number one, in terms of defense, you want to use Garfield. I strongly recommend Garfield solely because, one, Garfield lasts longer, and it also provides you with the same buff as Guard Form 4. Now, another thing you want to have is you want to have Human Fortress 1. Human Fortress 1 is good for preventing you from being stunned. You might be asking, why not use Human Fortress 2 or above? Realistically, you wouldn't want to use Human Fortress 2 or above over Garfield 4 because it's going to render it ineffective. And what I mean by that is, by putting on Human Fortress 2 or above while you have Garfield 4 on, it's going to override your Garfield, and it's kind of like a bug. It kind of just messes it up. Like, it basically takes away your Garfield 4 buff and it puts on Human Fortress 2. So you basically downgrade your defense, and that's why you won't see a lot of people in multiplayer using Human Fortress 2 or above. You'll see people using Human Fortress 1 to prevent stun from like headshots or melee attacks, anything that would normally knock you back or prevent you from moving, or your movement. You will see people using Human Fortress 1 to prevent that, and you will see people use Garfield 4 to apply a defense buff at the highest level, as well as it applies for the whole team. So the whole team can actually run into Garfield 4 and you all have Garfield 4 on, which is amazing. Not everyone's gonna have Human Fortress 1, especially lower levels, but that's why I'm making this video, to help some of you out that probably didn't know. Put on Human Fortress 1 to prevent stun, Garfield 4 to have a really good defense buff. Now, when we're talking about defense in terms of CP, you're going to want to put more on agility. Agility is going to give you 12 defense points, while vitality gives you 8. So if you're using agility, you're going to get 12 defense points. I personally say put more points in agility than I do vitality, because if your survivability is high, you won't need as much health. For me, I'm sort of a frontal assault player, and I like to be quick and nimble. So that's going to mean I'm going to need a lot of defense, a good bit of health, but more so long as you have good survivability and you're not easily killed all the time, you won't need to worry too much about health. Now, in terms of health regeneration, yeah, you're going to want to have a lot of health regeneration. So accessories with health recovery, as well as health over time, that's going to help you a ton as well. Use accessories based off of what you'll be doing the most. And what I mean by that is, if you're going to be fighting mechs, that means you're probably going to be doing the invitations a lot more often. So if you're going into Banquet of Chaos 3, right? The majority of the enemies in Banquet of Chaos 3 are life forms. You've got the Dirty Scissor, Manhunters, and then you've got the 2 ghost pets, and then you've got humanoids. You've only got, there's only 2 mech enemies in Banquet of Chaos. So with that being said, you're going to want to put on accessories that for the most part have life forms and humanoids. You're going to want defense against both of those. If you go into the invitations, you're going to be fighting the boss, which is a mech boss, and you want to have defense versus humanoids, so Livre, and defense versus mechs, right? Essentially, you want to have a good bit of defense all around, so that way you're surviving encounters and you're also not, in a sense, getting in the way of other players that usually speedrun this shit. So that is my advice to new players, my advice to people who are coming back to Fatal Bullet, and for veteran players that already know this and you just wanted to, chill and hear it out, I totally get you, but that's my advice. Garfield 4, Human Fortress 1, and defense chips, right? Defense accessories. That's going to be your best. That's going to be the best loadout to have for overall defense, and also put points towards agility, so you'll get 12 points for agility, and put some points towards vitality, so that way you get health and defense. But before we go, I want to go ahead and read some of the comments that you all left on the What is SBC HUB video. And I'm sorry if I sound really tired, guys. Like, I know this video I probably sounded kind of tired, a little worn out, and it's just because it's been a really long week, especially with work. It's been really tough, just kind of getting through it, but here we are, so we're still alive. But I'm gonna go ahead and read some of your comments, and I'm gonna feature them on the channel real quick. So to start off with, we've got Blue Ink 22 says, as a PS4 player, I recommend doing some level grinding in PvE. Depending on how challenging you want the story to be, get to a high enough level. Also, do the side quests. You'll get a lot of cool clothes. And that is very much true. Doing the side quests, especially the PvP side quests, you get a ton of outfits that you can craft at Austin's shop. Next, we've got Light Cased. This will take a bit of time, as you need probably around 30 million plus, but it's worth it. 1. Go to Argo and buy the memory chip editor for 10 million. Go to the Predatory General Store and filter for experience points. That's good, yeah, leveling up quick. Buy a weapon with roughly 8 to 10% experience points, 6 to 8 times, 8 times if you want more XP, I'll explain later. If you don't get one back out of the store completely and re-enter, he'll have a new stock. And that's actually what one of my videos was about, how to god roll memory chips. If you go to the Predatory General shop, when you go into the shop, he'll have rolls for pretty much everything. Rolls and accessories, like he'll have memory chip rolls for weapons, and he'll have different accessories. And if you don't like what you see and you don't see whatever you're going for, exit the shop and re-enter it. You get the general gist. So thank you, Light Cased. And also subscribe to Array, subscribe to me. Next we have Chill Bulb. Sorry if I mispronounce it. We've got Farm with People online co-op. It helps you level up quickly. Getting to level 300 is important because you get a lot more SP. Skill points if you don't know what SP means, which allows you to get stronger, and the weapons you can carry will be stronger. Okay, next we have Eric Bitson or Bitson. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing names, guys. I'm trying. I just started playing the game 3 or 4 weeks ago. This was 3 weeks ago, by the way. So I just started playing the game 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was on sale for the Switch. If I could have one piece of advice when I started, it would have been to ignore all the DLC until completing the game. There's 2 bad endings and 1 good. Get both bad endings, then start a 3rd playthrough on Extreme, and finally, then take it slow to farm for weapons. Play DLC stuff and whatnot. Side note, I definitely enjoy the SF Fatal Bullet content. I'm following, hoping to see some good shits. Thank you, Eric, for being a supporter of the channel. And yeah, that is one thing I would say is definitely when you are playing Fatal Bullet, in terms of the story, go ahead and get the 2 bad endings and go for the true ending last. It takes a lot more time, but you also get trophies and achievements for getting the 2 bad endings, and you also get 2 different cutscenes, so go for those. and farm for weapons and all the DLC stuff after you've done like the core game stuff. It makes things a lot better in my opinion. And last but not least, we have Schnackay. I recommend doing some side quests to increase your level. Yeah, I mean, you can do side quests. I would definitely say side quests is a way to level up, but once again, the fastest way you're gonna level up in this game is by doing some co-op with people that are higher levels. That's going to be the quickest way for you to do it. So I went ahead and read some comments, and if you're new to the channel and you're new to SBC HUB, if you want to get featured, all you have to do is just leave a piece of advice that you would give to a new player coming to Fatal Bullet, as well as anyone who is returning to Fatal Bullet, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that did pick this game up and did play it, and then, you know, they kind of dropped off, because that's what I did. I dropped off after a little bit of playing it on PS4, and I went to Xbox and I kind of stopped. But yeah, so thank you all for submitting your comments and your pieces of advice. It freaking awesome, really helps. And you know, it's gonna help a lot of people that are coming to this game, and anyone who comes across this video on this channel, you know, they're gonna see your name, they're gonna see that you gave some advice and that you helped them out and that I helped them out, and you know, that it works out. That's kind of what I intended for SBC HUB. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this Fatal Bullet section, you guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and thanks for stopping by. I will catch you all in the next one, and don't forget to be cool and stay awesome.